Beginning VEX IQ Graphical ROBOTC. This will be episode 1, starting a new series on how to program our VEX IQ robots using Graphical ROBOTC. Initially, there's just a few settings that we want to set every time that we're going to create a new program, and that's what we're going to go over in this video. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that our menu level is set to basic, and we do that by going to Window, clicking on Menu Level, and then making sure that that is set to basic. In future videos we will go over Expert and Super User, but for this series, the beginner series, we'll be going over just basic. The next setting that we're going to be going over is the Teleop or autonomous mode. So to change that, we go to Robot, VEX IQ Controller Mode, and then Teleop or autonomous. Now Teleop, that is when you are going to be using the controller, and autonomous is, like it says, no controller required. One thing to note is that if you set this to Teleop mode, and if the controller is off when you try to compile and run the program, you'll get a warning message and a failure that it's not going to compile because it can't find the controller. So just be sure that you have the controller on when you're getting ready to run your programs. The last thing we're going to talk about is the brain, motor, and sensor configuration. So when you click on New File, one of the things that you're going to see is Motor and Sensor Setup. So you click on that button, and you'll see that there's a drop down here with quite a few different pre-configured robot configurations. So in this example, we're going to choose the standard drive base, and that's because there's only 2 predefined motors. What we're going to do is go in and say no motors at all, and no devices, no sensors. We'll erase the text by the motor names and then click on OK. So these are the 3 things that you want to do every time you start a new program. You want to be sure that your menu level is set to basic, that you've chosen Teleop or autonomous depending on the type of program that you want to create, and then finally that you set your brain, your motor, and your sensor configuration. Thank you, and we'll see you in another episode.